Hey Aries, welcome to Vivid Vibration. My name is Christina. I hope that y'all are doing well. I found a pretty dope spot with a fucking phenomenal view. Nothing has ever like shown justice on a camera. But anyways, here we are. Hope y'all enjoy. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Y'all got the Father and the Shapeshifter, the Cave, and the Mentor. And not block those views. It's gorgeous. Okay, so the Father is the idea of just like being lifted up on a pedestal only to be like dropped down on your face. And the Shapeshifter is just this idea of like showing up completely differently. I mean, I don't know, I kind of just feel like no matter what stage in life you're at, right? No matter if you're starting over or in the middle of something that you're like knee deep in, you know what I mean? It's just kind of like this idea of we are human. We are flawed by nature. It's literally impossible to be perfect. And sometimes I think the harder you try to be like perfect for everyone, like the more you realize that people can hate you for any reason they want, like people just make some shit up and go with it, and there's really nothing you can do about it. And I feel like no sooner do I say that and it's like, yes, there is something you can do about it, because it's your attitude. Somebody's gonna come take a picture. I'm at a tourist spot, but like it's fine. There's might be a lot of people that pass by, but it's just this idea that no matter where you are, you can always turn it around. You can always show up differently. You can always like switch it up. And one of the things that I've noticed in life with myself, with the people that I love, we live in a system that's set up to, like kind of keep people in their place, right? Like if you really want to go for something that's outside of what's been handed to you, the opportunity that's handed to you, sometimes you gotta jump and not know if you're gonna land, and it can be terrifying, but like also I think it's just kind of that, like, what's more terrifying to you? Is it more terrifying to be stuck doing the same thing over and over again, wishing to God that you could enact some change, but knowing the only way you could do it is if you risked everything? And it's like, but if you are willing to risk everything, like somebody has to make this change, right? And I feel like there's this idea of like just deciding to like be the one to make the change, and just showing up and just showing up different. Just like, okay, well, I probably avoided this because I still had this like voice in my head that was like, if you do this or you do this or you do this, then you're that, you know what I mean? And then it's like, fuck those people. You know what I mean? Do it anyways. If that's what you love, if that's what makes you happy, if that's what you want to do, just choo-choo the naysayers and do the damn thing. The Cave and the Mentor. I feel like it is. Just feels like I just need to show up differently. I just need to, like act like a fucking grown up. I need to like put on my big boy pants and just do this, right? That's the energy here. Like it feels very like it doesn't feel very grounded at all, but it feels like when an Aries is just like, oh, like I just need to do this and I can't worry about disappointing anybody or upsetting anybody or like crossing any lines that I'm not supposed to cross because I'm supposed to remain in this box that was fabricated by some people that like have no interest in my well-being whatsoever. Do you know what I mean? And so you go. And I feel like even though you're going in a different direction, even though you're showing up as a different version of yourself, I feel like it's so much more authentic, like who you're showing up as, that enables you to dive into a level of intimacy and exploration that you wouldn't have been able to do, because like, I'm sorry, but like, people who are just real do not fuck with people who just like come with a facade. You know what I mean? And that's been in y'all's read for so long, is, you know, like, having to carry the weight of these people and not being able to like get to where it is that you want to go, because you're just like, fuck, you know, like, I can't hold on to this and do this at the same time. And I feel like there's just this question, you know, it's like new year, new me kind of energy, but it's like, okay, well, do you want to hold on to a facade of who it is that you think you should be and surround yourself with a bunch of fake ass people? Or do you want to be real and show up authentically and trust that the people who are meant for you will come into your life, right? Like, you don't need to have a prefab home, a prefab group of friends, a prefab, you know, like like hipster type shit. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, and I say that people always accuse me of being a hipster. So when I say that, I'm saying it against myself. Calm down. You know what I mean? But it's also, you know, have you ever been to like a brewery in Portland? Fucking mustaches and tight pants and tattoos and beanies. And you know what I mean? It's a stereotype. But I love my hipsters. So it's not, no shame, no hate, you know. I don't know why. Well, y'all, listen, I'm just here. We're just doing it. We have lots of cards. Where do we start? I mean, let's start with this guy, because this guy is just sitting around feeling sorry for himself, super glad that he has all of his prefab things, feeling super sad that he's missing out on something real, right? And I just kind of get this feeling that y'all are quickly turning that around, because it's like you're doing it to yourself. Nobody else did that to you. That was a you thing, right? And King of Swords, King of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. I feel like instead of showing up as somebody who's like ready-made prefab, I don't know why, that's so funny. No shade or no hate on it. You know what I mean? Like, if you got a roof over your head and you're doing the damn thing, you rock whatever style you want to. You know what I mean? But I just kind of get the feeling that you've hid behind whatever this is. And like, and maybe that's it. It's like, it's not even that it's bad. It's not even like you were being tacky, but it was still so inauthentic. You know, it's like people who shop at IKEA. Ugh. One, that store gives me the worst claustrophobia. And two, you're just getting the same thing as like the rest of the world who's like, I want IKEA to do it for me. But like, I don't know, there's just something about it that really bothers me. And no shade if you're an IKEA person either. I don't know. I feel like I'm throwing shade, but I'm not doing it on purpose. But it's just like a preference. You know what I mean? And people who prefer prefab, you know, ready-made, boxed personality, like, look, I can just put this right on you, and you know, and you'll blend right in, and it's like, ew. I don't wanna, get away. You know. And I think that you're realizing that you don't want that either. And I think you had to pull away for a minute to figure out what it was exactly that you were changing about yourself. And it's like, well, maybe it took you so long to figure it out because it wasn't you that you were changing. It was the prefab box that you were in, you know. But it's just kind of like stepping into this new truth, knowing that like you're very much who you are, and you come with a lot of knowledge and I don't know, just like an ability to move forward in any direction you want to. And maybe you were in the prefab world because you were too afraid to like authentically be yourself. But I feel like you're stepping into an era where you're like, nah, I'm gonna authentically be myself, because people are gonna hate you no matter what. And if they don't have a reason to hate you, they'll make one up. You know, and that's on them. That's because they have a lack of honor. They have a lack of character. They're like, ugh. Not even IKEA wants you. Right? I don't know, y'all. Okay. Let's get some more clarifiers. We'll call it a read. It'll be great. I hope that y'all are enjoying this view. Snow-capped Rocky Mountains. I mean, come on. I accidentally found a museum today. So after I'm done doing these, I'm going to go to the museum. It'll be fun. Ace of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and Nine of Wands. Well, yeah, I mean, I think that, again, you've got this new truth in the world. This new truth, this new beginning, you know, and the reality of it is that you've still been working on yourself and developing yourself. You just haven't really been ready to step out of this prefab world, but now you're just kind of ready to. And it's like, instead of feeling like an imposter, and that's legit. And I've really experienced this in my life because I came from a very sheltered home, you know, like my mother was batshit crazy and delusional and literally has told me straight face that she thinks that she's God ready to come save the world. You know what I mean? But wow. But I was never physically abused. And I was, you know, my dad always, I was brought up with intelligence and culture and you know, conversation. And so petty drama and, you know what I mean? Like, the only thing that I associated that with was my mother. But the rest of my life didn't really involve it. And then when I, you know, got older and I got married and I was still really involved in the church and was a stay-at-home mom and just very, very sheltered. And so when I went into the world very quickly recognized the fact that I was clueless as fuck. And took advantage of it in any way possible. You know, like if I shared some stories with y'all, you'd be like, well, that adds up. You know, but it's just this idea of like, but like I needed to learn the hard way so that when I go into the world again, I don't feel like an imposter, you know, but I felt like an imposter because I had no clue what I was doing. And it's just kind of like, I feel like y'all resonate with that in the sense that like you've been in this prefab mentality and you're like, no, I think that I'm actually ready to show up authentically. And I love that for y'all so much. Okay, Aries. Let's see what else we can get for y'all. The Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Empress. Wow, I love that. You have the Empress twice, and you have the Queen of Pentacles twice. Queen of Swords twice, which is even better because it's just kind of like, no, you know who you are. You are comfortable in the authenticity of who you are, and you're ready to step forward in the power of that and stop hiding behind all the prefab ready-made things that you're hiding behind. The bridge. Yeah, it's time. It's time to go. It's time to cross that bridge. It's time to cross that divide. It's time to stop hiding behind things that are ready-made but are so inauthentic it hurts. Because Aries and inauthenticity, just like, they don't go together, right? I love y'all so much. Thank you for spending some time with me. Please give me a like, share, and subscribe if this does resonate, and I will see y'all again soon. Bye.